You're 60. Retirement is right there on the horizon, just 5 years away. You've worked your tail off, you've saved, but there's that nagging thought in the back of your mind. What if one wrong move right now jeopardizes everything? So many people in your exact spot have a retirement plan that looks fine on paper, but it's hiding some major flaws. Flaws that can lead to you running out of money. So, I'm going to give you the definitive 5-year blueprint. We're going to walk through 5 financial steps you absolutely need to take before you turn 65, so you can turn that fragile plan into one that's secure and, frankly, wealthy. To make this feel real, let's talk about a couple I'll call Mark and Susan. They're both 60, they've always been good savers, and they've managed to build up what feels like a solid nest egg. $1.2 million, all sitting in pre-tax 401ks and IRAs. Their dream is to retire in 5 years at 65 and live on about $85,000 a year. Sounds doable, right? But when we ran their current strategy through some financial planning software, it came back with a pretty shocking probability of success. Just 38%. What that means is, based on what they were doing, there was a very real chance they'd run out of money. They were terrified, and honestly, they had every right to be. It's the fear that keeps millions of people awake at night. Making a mistake now that you can't fix later. But the good news? Their situation wasn't just fixable, it was fixable without them having to save a single dollar more. They just needed a better blueprint. So, we're about to walk through the exact 5-step blueprint that took Mark and Susan's plan from a scary 38% all the way up to a 92% chance of success. The very first, most important step, which Mark and Susan took at age 60, was getting brutally honest about what they'd actually spend in retirement. Most people, just like them, pick a nice round number for their income goal. They wanted $85,000 a year, but they couldn't really tell you why. So the first step is to stop guessing and start knowing. Now, a retirement budget isn't about being cheap, it's about having clarity. We had them split their spending into 2 simple buckets: essential needs and discretionary wants. Needs are the non-negotiables: your mortgage or rent, utilities, property taxes, food, car, and the big one, healthcare. Wants are all the fun things: travel, hobbies, dinners out, and spoiling the grandkids. After they actually tracked their spending, Mark and Susan found out their essential needs in retirement would be around $55,000 a year. The other $30,000 was for all their wants. Just splitting the budget like this was a total game changer. You often hear that you'll need 70 to 80% of your old income in retirement, and this exercise shows you exactly where that money is supposed to go. By knowing their rock-bottom number, they finally felt in control. They knew their portfolio's main job was to lock down that $55,000 baseline. Everything else was just a bonus. Doing a trial run of your retirement budget before you actually retire is one of the most powerful things you can do in this 5-year window. Okay, with a clear budget set, we moved on to step 2 at age 61. Mapping out their income. For most of us, the biggest income lever we can pull in retirement is our Social Security decision. Mark and Susan's original plan was to take their benefits right at 65. This is one of the most common and most expensive mistakes people make. For anyone born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age, or FRA, is now 67. If you claim before that, your benefit is permanently cut. But for every year you wait past 67, all the way to age 70, your benefit grows by about 8%. That is a guaranteed, inflation-adjusted return you just can't get anywhere else. For Mark and Susan, the difference was huge. Taking their benefits at 65 would give them about $4,200 a month combined. But by waiting until they're 70, that check would grow to over $5,900 a month. That's an extra $1,700 every single month for the rest of their lives. So, the obvious question is, how are we supposed to live between 65 and 70 with no job and no social security? The answer is what we call a social security bridge. You simply build a bridge using your own savings to cover your expenses for those 5 years. This is where having a cash reserve is so important. The blueprint called for them to set aside a few years of living expenses in super low-risk places like a money market fund or CDs. Since their essential need was $55,000, we earmarked about $275,000 of their $1.2 million to be this bridge fund. By using a fraction of their savings to delay Social Security, they basically bought themselves a much bigger, government-guaranteed pension for life. At age 62, just 3 years away from retirement, it was time to deal with the massive risk in their portfolio. Like a lot of people who've been saving for decades, Mark and Susan were still invested very aggressively. About 80% of their money was in stocks. That strategy is great when you're growing your money, but it exposes you to a killer risk in early retirement called sequence of returns risk. Here's what that means in plain English. If the market tanks in your first year or two of retirement, right when you start taking money out, it can permanently cripple your portfolio. You're forced to sell your investments when they're down, locking in those losses forever. So, the third step is to build a portfolio shield. This just means you start strategically dialing down the risk as you get closer to retirement. For most folks 5 years out, a portfolio that's somewhere between 40% and 60% in stocks is a lot safer. We moved Mark and Susan from that risky 80-20 stock to bond mix to a more balanced 50-50 split. We changed their focus from pure growth to income and stability. We moved them into high-quality, dividend-paying stocks and bonds. The goal isn't to hit home runs anymore. It's to protect the money that has to last you for the next 30 years. This de-risking, plus the cash reserve we already built, created a powerful buffer. If the market were to drop 20% right after they retired, they wouldn't have to sell a single share of stock. They could just live off their cash for a few years and give the market time to bounce back. Now, for what might be the most powerful and overlooked strategy in this whole blueprint. At age 63, with just 2 years to go, we got serious about tax planning. Specifically, we started setting the stage for Roth conversions. Remember, all of Mark and Susan's money is in pre-tax accounts like 401ks and IRAs. That means every single dollar they withdraw in retirement is going to be taxed as regular income. Down the road, when their Social Security checks start and they're forced to take required minimum distributions, RMDs, from their IRAs at age 73, That combined income could easily shove them into a much higher tax bracket and even make their Medicare premiums more expensive. But there's this incredible sweet spot, this window of opportunity. For Mark and Susan, that window is between age 65, when they quit their jobs, and age 70, before they start Social Security. During those 5 years, their taxable income will be almost zero. This is the perfect time to do Roth conversions. A Roth conversion is just moving money from a traditional pre-tax IRA to a Roth IRA. You have to pay income tax on the money you convert in that year, but from then on, it grows 100% tax-free, and you'll never pay taxes on it again. During those low-income bridge years, Mark and Susan can strategically fill up the lower tax brackets. For example, using 2026's brackets, a married couple can have income up to about $94,600 and still be in the low 12% tax bracket. They can convert just enough each year to take full advantage of that low rate. By doing this for 5 years, they can move hundreds of thousands of dollars from a forever taxed account to a never taxed account. This one strategy will shrink their future RMDs, slash their lifetime tax bill, and give them amazing financial flexibility. We're in the home stretch. At age 64, with 1 year left, it's time to put all the pieces together and stress test the new plan. This is where we confirm that everything works together to create a plan that can withstand some punches. We double-checked their final budget and ran it through simulations. What if inflation spikes? What if there's a huge market crash? We confirmed their withdrawal plan, which now uses a simple bucket system. For the first few years, they'll live off their cash reserve. For their midterm needs, they can tap their bonds. And their stocks? That's their long-term growth engine, left alone to do its thing. This makes sure they are never forced to sell stocks when the market is down. We even checked it against the old 4% rule, a common guideline for safe withdrawal rates, and confirmed their new plan was built to last for a 30-plus year retirement. And then we put their new, smarter plan back into the very same financial planning software. So, what happened with Mark and Susan's plan? After we put this 5-step blueprint into action, getting a real budget, building that Social Security bridge, shielding their portfolio, planning for Roth conversions, and stress testing the whole thing, their probability of success score shot up from a terrifying 38% to a very confident 92%. They didn't have to work a day longer. They didn't have to save another penny. They just had to make the right decisions at the right time. They took a fragile retirement and made it a fortress by focusing on the things they could actually control: their spending, their Social Security strategy, their investment risk, and their future tax bill. That's the power of a blueprint. It replaces anxiety with a clear, step-by-step path forward. Those 5 years before you retire are the most important financial years of your life. Don't let them just slip by. If this blueprint was helpful, and you want to see how these steps apply to your own life, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you for watching.